Okay, you're on with Nature's True to All, a Queen Soulemane's production. How's everyone today? So, I am bringing you some information about this lemon. Now, anything that I tell you, I have already experienced it, or I have been experimenting with it for years. Now, and when I tell you some things, you, as the old people say, and some of you all probably don't even know about this, but I've heard them say this. Say, if I tell you a chicken dish snuff, you better look up on his wing. You bet you ain't heard that. Okay, so we'll be bringing you little things like that. Okay. Anyways, gonna talk about the lemon. Years ago, my daughter, when she was in the second grade, she was sent home with strep throat, and she could not go back to school until that strep throat was healed. Now, wasn't feeling the doctor thing at the time, so I said, Mommy knows what to do. So what I did is I juiced up 3 lemons a day, per day, and just like you're taking medicine until it's all gone. So I juiced up the lemon, a whole lemon, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and at least 2 I know, and gave it to her, because what the lemon does is it cuts through the membrane of the strep. So there's a membrane that forms over the tonsils and back of the throat, if you will, and that lemon, it cuts through it. So I gave her that for like 2 days, and I sent her back to school. She was feeling a lot better. But when she got back to school, the nurse asked her, says, she has to go to the nurse. And so when she went to the nurse checked her. And when the nurse checked her, it was no more strep throat. Yay! And so the nurse was like, oh, your mom took you to the doctor. And my daughter was like, no, my mother did not take me to the doctor. And she said, well, what did she do? Because the strep throat is not there, and it usually takes about a week or a week and a half or something like that to get rid of strep throat. And so my daughter told her, my mom used lemon. And the nurse was like, lemon? My daughter said, yes, ma'am, my mother used lemon. So the nurse was like, okay, all right. Well, you better, and you don't have a fever, so I'm going to go ahead and send you back to class. And that's exactly what the nurse did. So when my daughter got home, she told me the story, and I said, yes, but, hey, nothing better from somebody else, is, especially in the Western medical field, to say you don't have strep throat anymore. So you guys, lemon is really good for strep throat. It's good for fevers. It's good for malaria. I never had malaria, but I did a lot of research on it. So just a tidbit of information for you to know. And I know it probably looks like I'm looking down, but I'm really trying to look at the camera while I'm speaking to you. And I'm a nature person. I love being in nature, but I got to be in my office to do some of these small little videos like this right here on a daily basis or something like that. But a lot of times you're going to see me out in nature and doing a lot of things. So bringing live videos to you, okay? So thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate it very much. So thank you a lot, and I will be seeing you later, okay? Thank you.